My name is Verah Omwocha Dinda. I, among other things, am a book editor and a writer, and author of a couple of books. My first book was Maria and the Tomatoes. It's a children's story for the age, rather classes 2-3. And my second book series is the revision series for the English Catapult, published by Insemia Publishers. It's paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. And then I contributed a short story to this anthology. It's called The Cry of the Crow and Other Stories. There are other stories by revered writers like Professor Goro Wakamau, Professor K.W. Wamitila, and Ngangambugo, among others. It's for young adults. I also did this Longhorn English literacy activities. It's co-published with 4 other writers. It's for the new curriculum. It's published by Longhorn Publishers. This is my newest book. It's called Window Towards Nairobi County. One of the series we're doing for the tourism sector in Kenya for young adults as well, because we don't get a lot of that other than the geography classes we do. We wish to do content on different counties and what they have to offer in terms of local tourism, but in an interesting way for young adults in a story adventure series, kind of. Yes. I have an ebook on Amazon. It's a short story called The Crescent Moon. It's published by Laches Books in Italy. I started writing in 2016, and it's been, of course, a growth journey. You get to learn so much along the way in terms of writing, and as you progress in your writing keeps growing. So that's what has happened to me as well, more like every other writer. From 2015 now, I can say I feel more mature in terms of my writing, and even with what I'm currently working on, and even more. The publishing manager at Writers Guild, and that means taking on scripts or content, written content, and most of the time turning into books or whatever that needs to come out of it. But mostly we publish books, and I'm in charge of overseeing the whole publication process, from evaluation to editorial to design work, and to the point of getting a book. I am a certified reader, with due respect. I read every time, every chance I get to read. I mean, reading has built me like single-handedly. Well, no, perhaps not single-handedly, but reading has built me immensely. So it's part of who I am, and that means it's not even a habit, it's part of me. So I get to read every chance I get. I have a stack of unread books at my place, and I'm always reading. I do 3 books a month on average scale. Sometimes I do more, sometimes, depending on what I have on my hands, maybe less. As a writer, I keep trying to get my works out there by reaching out to people in the industry, by reaching, and of course, being that I'm in the industry, the publishing industry, it helps, but also by trying to build a network of readers, even through the books that have been traditionally published. So trying to talk about my books when I wasn't very confident, but I'm trying to talk about my books more. I'm trying to post them as often as I can, and I'm also, by building myself, I mean, it's not, perhaps not very intentional, but I also, I mean, by blogging, by writing for the newspaper, it also helps me build my brand as a writer. Writing has done for me what I could not have been able to do by myself, and that is the people that I've met, the people that I've worked with, the networks, the travels, or sometimes for just research, sometimes for like I would talk about this opportunity I got to go to Italy in last year in 2018. And it was because of writing, because I wrote a story and the Italian embassy, which was sponsoring the workshop, thought that I had something they liked, and so they sponsored me to go for a workshop in Italy. And it was on historical fiction, because that's what the workshop was centered around. And it was a great opportunity. Even just learning, I sat there and listened to authors talk about their works, talk about the research they take to write books about historical figures and countries as well. And also networking, also just getting the chance to travel and eat Italian pizza and Italian wine. To young writers, I would say that there is no deadline to getting published. There is no deadline, there is no finish line to try and make it there earlier. So I think patience is really something that is very important for us young writers to learn. And also, if it's possible, please try not to set the date of the launch before you see the book, especially if you are self-publishing. If you want to self-publish, I've found that it's a very liberating journey, and I would say that don't try to do everything by yourself. Don't be the editor, don't be the designer, don't be anything. Your job is to write. So after you've written, find the people who can help you do your book, and also lower your expectations with regards to the market, to how many copies you're going to sell to your Facebook friends. Do what you can, but get the best service that you can, and try to work with people. Try to be, someone people can work with. Self-publishing doesn't mean everything you say goes. It doesn't mean that now you can get whatever kind of content you want out there, or whatever kind of content that is not ready for the market. So find people who can review your book before you even present it to anyone. Find a group of friends, possibly readers or editors, who can help you to work on your book.